Good morning, children. So last class we have discussed up to concentrated solution and a dilute solution. So today we are going to see the new topic, solubility. So what is mean by solubility? Why we want to measure the solubility? Suppose if you are taking one solute, okay, dissolved in solvent, okay, so how much gram it will dissolve in, how much amount of the solvent to make it as a saturation. So for that purpose we have to measure the solubility. So solubility is nothing but, okay, how many grams of solute dissolved in the given amount of the solvent. Okay, so given amount of the solvent means, okay, suppose if you are taking 36 gram of sodium chloride, we need how many gram of solvent? 100 gram of solvent. So 36 gram of sodium chloride, we need what? How many gram of solvent? 100 gram of water. Okay, that is called a solvent. That is called a solvent. Okay, so that purpose, so we have to study about what ma? Solubility. So what is the definition for solubility? So solubility is defined as number of grams of solute, okay, number of grams of solute, okay, number of grams of solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram of the solvent, that can be dissolved in 100 gram of the solvent, 100 gram of the solvent to make it as what? Saturation, to make it as saturation at a given temperature. So that is called solubility. Okay, so number of gram of solute, okay, that should be dissolved in 100 gram of the solvent to make it as a saturation at a given temperature. Okay, temperature is the condition. Okay, so that is the definition for what? Solubility. So if you are seeing the example, 36 gram of sodium chloride dissolved in 100 gram of water. 100 gram of water. Okay, here sodium chloride is acting as a solute. Okay, water acting as a solvent. Okay, suppose 36.1 gram of sodium chloride dissolved in 100 gram of water. What will happen? Okay, the 0.1 gram of sodium chloride, it will not dissolve in particular amount of the solvent. Okay, so that is the definition for solubility. So how to express it mathematically? Okay, how to express it mathematically? So what is the expression for mathematical? So solubility is equal to, okay, mass of the solute divided by mass of the solvent, into 100. Okay, for example, 36 gram of sodium chloride dissolved in 100 gram of solvent, okay, into 100. So automatically get cancelled. So what is the answer? 36 gram. Okay, so in this way we have to find out the solubility of the particular substance. Okay, so in our textbook, okay, few examples are given. Okay, few examples are given. Okay, for example, sodium carbonate, for example, sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate, ammonia, sodium hydroxide, glucose, okay, sodium bromide. Okay, these substance solubility value is given in our textbook. Just you have to go through the textbook. Okay, so next one, what are the factors are affecting the solubility? So what are the factors are affecting the solubility? So what is mean by factors? What is mean by factors? Factors affecting the solubility. So what are the factors affecting the solubility? One is nature of the solute and solvent. Nature of the solute and solvent. Okay. Second one, temperature. Second one, temperature. Third one, pressure. Third one, pressure. Okay, so these are all the factors are affecting the solubility. So one is nature of the solute and solvent, second one temperature, third one pressure. So first one we will see nature of the solute and solvent. So what is mean by solute and what is mean by solvent? So in a solution which is present in less amount by weight is called solute. Okay, in a solution which is present in large amount by weight is called solvent. Okay, for example, sodium chloride dissolved in water. Sodium chloride dissolved in water. The same way, sulfur dissolved in carbon disulfide. Okay, you see these two examples. Okay, so water, it may dissociated into, it will give ions H plus and OH minus. Okay, but carbon disulfide we cannot get ions. Okay, so based on this conclusion, okay, the same way here Na plus and Cl minus. Okay, so polar solvent dissolved in polar substance dissolved in polar solvent. The same way non-polar substance dissolved in non-polar solvents. Non-polar solvents. So in our textbook one word is given, like dissolves like. Like dissolves like. Okay, so polar substance dissolved in polar solvent, non-polar substance dissolved in non-polar solvents. Okay, suppose if you are taking the sodium chloride, we cannot dissolve in carbon disulfide. The same way sulfur we cannot dissolve in water. Okay, so here the nature of the solute and the solvent is important. Okay, we have to select the appropriate solvent for solute, otherwise we cannot get the solutions. Okay, so second one, temperature. Second one, temperature. Second one, temperature. So what is mean by temperature already we know. Okay, so here the solubility of solids in liquid. Okay, the solubility of solids in liquid. Solids in liquid. You see very simple example. If you are taking, okay, 50 ml of water, you are adding a particular amount of the solute. For example, 25 gram of sugar. 25 gram of sugar. Okay, so it will dissolve to make it as a saturated solution, for example. So if you are adding 30 gram, what will happen? It will not dissolve in water. Automatically it will settle in where? Bottom of the beaker. Bottom of the beaker. So if we want to make it as to dissolve in that particular solvent, okay, so we may apply the temperature. So automatically the excess of the solute present in the beaker, it will dissolve in the given solvent. So the temperature also one of the factor. Okay, for example, greater amount of the sugar, it will dissolve in warm water than the ordinary water. Okay, than the ordinary water. Okay, so in endothermic process, endothermic means what ma? Heat is absorbed. Okay, so endothermic process. Okay, the solubility increases with the increase in temperature. Okay, endothermic process, solubility increases with increase in pressure. Okay, exothermic process. Okay, exothermic process. So what will happen? Solubility decreases with increase in temperature. Okay, endo, exo. Okay, endo means what ma? Heat is absorbed. Okay, automatically solubility increases. Exo means what ma? Solubility decreases with increase in temperature. Okay, the last one, pressure. Third one, pressure. So already we know what is mean by pressure. Pressure is nothing but what? Force divided by area. Okay, or particular area, how much amount of the pressure is, so how much amount of the force is acting, that is called pressure. Okay, here what will happen? Here what will happen? Okay, when the pressure is increased, the solubility of gas in liquid also increase. Okay, so gas in liquid. Okay, you have to take in which gas, which condition ma? Gas is dissolved in liquid, so we have to increase the pressure. So if you are increasing the pressure, okay, you are increasing the pressure, the solubility of gas in liquid also increases. Okay, so if you are taking the soft drinks, okay, some of the liquids, okay, so some of the gases are dissolved in the particular liquid. So what will happen? We may increase the pressure, so automatically the gas is dissolved in liquid conditions also more. Okay, so this law explained by Henry, so that law is called Henry law. So what is mean by Henry law? Henry, Henry's law. So what is mean by Henry's law? Okay, it states that the solubility of gas in liquid, the solubility of gas in liquid, okay, the solubility of, okay, gas in liquid is directly proportional. Okay, so here liquid, okay, how much amount of the gas is dissolved in liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the, okay, directly proportional to the pressure of the gas over the solution, pressure of the gas over the solution, okay, at a given temperature. Okay, so this law is called Henry's law. So how much amount of the gas is dissolved in liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas over the solution at a given temperature. So the law is called Henry's law. Okay, so next one, concentration of a solution. Concentration of a solution. Concentration of a solution. So what is mean by concentration? What is mean by dilute? Okay, so based on the number of solute present in a solutions. Okay, so we are defined concentration and dilute. Okay, here concentration of a solution. So most of the chemical reaction takes place in what form? Solution form. Solution form. So how to define the concentration of a solution? So concentration of a solutions may be defined as amount of, how much amount of the solute present in the given amount of the solution. Okay, how much amount of the solute present in the, how much amount of the solvent or solution. So that is called concentration. Okay, so if you are taking the 100 gram of solvent, okay, 100 gram of solvent, okay, how much gram of solute is present? Okay, that is called concentration. Okay, less amount of the solute is present, the concentration may be less. Okay, suppose high amount of solute is present, the concentration is high. Okay, so that's all. Today topic is over. So remaining headings we will see in the next class. Okay, so thank you children. Thank you.